Stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Everything you say is in very bad taste. Stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Only want to hear your ass because the top is a waste. What you say means nothing to me. Though you have a lovely bottom, that's all I wanna see. The words you speak should never be heard. It should come from your ass. Rest assured, stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Everything you say is in very bad taste. Stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Only want to hear your ass because the top is a waste. A wise man told me you're the cream of the crop, and to only love your bottom and never the top. Your mouth tells lies, but your ass speaks the truth. Bend over, baby, let your rear end be soothed. Stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Everything you say is in very bad taste. Stick your face in my face, stick your face in my face. Only want to hear your eyes because the top is a waste.
Well, shit. I think it works now. Everybody welcome to the shit show. We're here. Now you can hear it. I can hear you. And then, Empirism, Electric Gypsy Blues, Great Flowers, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Cyber Evil, The Mighty Pork Chop. How the hell are you doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? I bet you wonder why I have my browser up and running, huh? Give me 1 second. Something must have happened. I'll be right back. If you saw anything that should be edited out in your brain. I was being questioned by my executive producer as to why I seem to be looking in a strange place. There's a reason why, and it's because... Hey, there you are. Hey, okay. What's up? Because something must be addressed immediately before we continue. Dante, aka Old Man Dan. Welcome. She's Kitchen, how's it going? We are here, Guitar Meets Science. Now, for the moment of truth. As you can see, a browser before you. There is only one thing that must really be covered right now, and we must address this issue immediately before carrying on. Rocker Pat! How's it going, dude? I can see you guys now. This is really cool. Okay. Oh, good. Yes, we're going to be going over artists we can't stand here in a moment. But first, we're going to go over artists that we love. And I don't know why they're suggesting these. Somehow they think I need to work on my man boobs. I've got lovely man boobs. Okay, here we go. My browsers can be a little slow to respond, but there's one thing that must be covered. Here we go. I want my voice to be deep so I sound really official. That's why my voice is deep. So I sound big and huge. Hey, that's me. Wow. Okay.
Now my voice is not deep. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Now I sound normal. Okay. But now here we are. We're all gathered up. Now, here's what happened. So I did the stream yesterday, and it was absolutely fantastic. Everybody who jammed absolutely kicked major ass. However, we had one problem. I'm like, how in the hell did this happen? Well, Empirism hadn't somehow made the list. Well, he's about to now. So I'm going to go ahead and cover Empirism's jam. And I've got the same setup as yesterday, just about. It's a little bit wonkier, but this way I could also see the chat too. But I really can't see the chat right now, so I'm going to continue on through with this part of it. Very familiar face. This is the one and only, the legendary Empirism. One entry that I could not have forgotten, and I have no idea how the hell that happened. But I kept saying, you know, have I forgotten anybody? Well, Empirism, everybody else forgot you too, man. So you're going to have to razz the entire group, and that's absolutely okay. You have 100% license to. Like, this dude is like, his was one of the entries I had been waiting on. As a matter of fact, I actually extended the time as to when I was going to do the stream so I can make sure I got Empirism's entry in. That's how much it's so ironic that it actually got left off. So it's really kind of hilarious, kind of a comedy of errors. So Empirism should have been yesterday, but now Empirism, you, sir, are on a Sunday. And now we're going to go ahead and dig our teeth into what you happen to have done for your entry. Now, he's over in a new studio. So I understand, Empirism, that you had moved. How are things going with your studio? Oh, man, you didn't tape the headstock. I see Gibson. Okay. All right. I'm going to get caught up in what you guys are saying. I can't look over there. I got to stay here. So that this way, oh, they want me to sign in. No, I'm not signing in. I'm already signed in somewhere else. So, okay. And as I always say, and as I always mispronounce the word, without further ado, I think I've got the image quality set. So now here we go. It might buffer a little bit. It buffered all day yesterday too, but I think we all became used to it. Here, coming up now, is Empirism, our final entry into the Guitar Meets Science Can You Blues Challenge. Here he is. Eventually. Should probably plug my headphones in there. We're in for some tasty playing. I love that right there. That wall work. Just get lost in it, you know. Is that a Paul? Its tone is like spot on with a Paul. It's amazing. Those are just some sick wall licks. I can imagine somebody doing a voiceover on this. Out comes the pick. I told you, Empirism takes no prisoners. Dude, that was tasty, man. Very, very tasty. He was just kind of taking it chill. He had the shades on, looking all cool, you know. That's the way to do it, man. That's rock and roll, and that's blues. So yes, I am so glad that you had entered into the challenge, and I'm also glad that I could make sure that we get some good coverage for you. So everybody, give Empirism a huge round of applause. And those text applause-y things or whatever. And just know, my man, the chickens are applauding too, dude. Woohoo! That was rocking, man. Thank you. Yeah, if nobody's managed, or if somebody has not managed to sub Empirism, please do. We're going to get into a different camera angle now. We're going to get into the Sunday camera angle, so be ready. Be ready to get dizzy. Haha. You're going onto the stand. That was still in Saturday mode. Now it's going to be in Sunday mode. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right. Now I think we got it. Thanks for bearing with me here. Just subscribed. Empirism, number 272. Woohoo! So we're getting some subs from my man out there. That is awesome. I've known Empirism for quite a while. His playing, he was always good, but I don't know what the heck happened, man. I don't know what you've been eating, what you've been drinking, but man, your playing has gone like... It started off awesome, and now it's just become like uber awesome, man. So, Jimmy Biter, what's happening, man? Jimmy Biter.
Jimmy Biter is in the house, everybody. He's a brand new person who has come onto the Guitar Meet Science live stream. We welcome you, my friend. Join our wild crowd, Jimmy Biter. And I've already managed to check out some of your stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Jimmy Biter is able to pull together some serious metal tones, man. Dwight Bailey.
Dwight Bailey, welcome, sir. Great to see ya.
All right.
And Mitch, you were hiding out up there. I see you. Mitch Heyman, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo! Welcome.
Good to see you guys, man. So we're ready for a nice, fun Sunday. Lots of things to cover. Well, for one thing, it's been a hell of a week. It's been a crazy week between the Can You Blues Challenge, which was an extremely insane success. And, of course, we managed to keep it as an insane success by getting one entry, which I completely screwed up and crazily overlooked, which was the reason why I scheduled it the way it was. So I don't know. That was weird, but we got him. So we got Empirism in today. But anybody who hasn't managed to catch that stream yesterday, hop on the playbacks because you get to see all these guys in their glory. Ed Dana, he pulled out his Telecaster and just ripped it up, old school style. Mitch Heyman just brought this tone and these really sweet phrases to it. Craig Flowers with his Telecaster, just lighting it up. Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs brought the thrash, which was awesome. Yes, sir, Mitch. You got to go back and watch it. You were totally covered on it, man. I don't remember where. I'd say probably maybe toward halfway, something like that, if I remember right. I don't know. Can I tell you guys a story about them cookies? So here I was eating cookies in celebration, you guys. I was just so happy. XMM came on, and he shredded the living hell out of the acoustic guitar on it. This guy can play. He's a young dude. I don't know what age you are, man, but I could tell you right now that I wasn't not even 1/200th of your skill when I was your age. So props to you, man. You've been doing some serious homework on that guitar. That was some really awesome playing. So anyways, yeah, so let's talk about the cookies.
Let's talk about the cookies.
The cookie joke started a long time ago. I did a making of, and I was just going to do a normal old funk song and put it up, and that was the end of it. Well, I did this long making of video, and all throughout the video, I'm like, well, you know what? If you're with me this long, you stuck around, you get a cookie, right? Because it just came from an old joke from like years ago, and somebody would say, oh, I did blah, blah, blah. Well, give me a cookie. That was just a running joke. So anyways, this cookie thing started getting out of hand, like everything else does, which is great. And that turned into kind of a joke where I just started saying, hey, every time somebody made an entry, you get cookies. And it just kind of went on from there. Well, eventually we ended up taking it so seriously that cookies made it into the introductory video for the Blues Challenge. My wife baked like a whole ton of them. And then, of course, I ate them, lots of them. And then this last time, I did it again. And then I ate them, only this time I ate lots of them live on the stream, but this was only after having Indian food for lunch. Let me let that marinate for a moment. It's Saturday. I'm psyched up to do this whole stream and show you guys off and all that good stuff. So I go and I eat a big, huge Indian lunch. And then I sit down, and now I'm having cookies and milk. Not, but maybe an hour and a half after that. I'll let that marinate while I get my guitar in order. So, if you watch the tail end of the playbacks of that thing, you'll notice that I was able to finally kind of get on and take a look at some comments, but I was really rushing off. Yeah. I puked my brains out. There you go. Now we can all puke together now that I've told you that. Yummy. Whew. Man, this thing's horrendously out of tune. Let me go find the thing that tunes this. Quick, what interval is that? Compared to the open A, what interval would that be? Yes, Thrash, you're absolutely right. In tune is quite subjective. And if you listen to some of the stuff at the top of the streams now that I pull in, there is actually a difference of what the reality of In Tune really is. Close. Actually, Craig Flowers was very close.
Electric Gypsy Blues. Welcome, my friend.
Craig Flowers was so close. Actually, maybe that's the one I was hitting. If that was, then that would have been it. But no, it was actually a major sixth. So you're just a half step high. But good guess. Ed, good guess. Because really, we weren't too far from the octave. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was hitting major sixth there. I was just grabbing a note. Just to fill airtime while I was trying to get my tuner. Anyways, man, I'm glad to see you guys here. So we are rocking out on a Sunday. Okay, I'm not sure quite how the sound is. I'm thinking it's okay, though. Okay, well, I guess we'll start this off with a slight little jam, and then we'll go into some more stuff. I use tuna. You can't tune a fish. Let me get my stands in order, too. It's jam time. It will be jam time. Dolphins. Q sharp. Absolutely. Q. When you're playing in Q sharp, you don't have to worry so much. It's a very less than stressful thing. So. Now, can anybody tell me what instrument this is? First guess gets 100 cookies. I'm trying to give them away. They're going to make this really hard on you. Ah! You get the cookies! Honorable mention goes to thrash metal and fun riffs. So, Electric Jizzy Blues, you got it. Of course, what is a bass without a nice drum groove behind it? So, let's go ahead and get some drum grooves going on. A kote! Oh my god, he has a violin! A violin? We got a degent stick. Does it degent? Do you guys degent? Well, I know thrash degents, but does everybody else degent? Thrash is just a professional degenter, so it's alright, but... It's a funk stick. And Dana, you get 100 cookies just for that, man. That went on the wrong track. Thank you, Mitch. You're kind, sir. Let me try that again. That sounds a little better. I hope we're ready to get down on a Sunday. I certainly am. It's a troll slaughter. I think Ed Dana, you've got it down. Ed Dana is totally right. Play as fast as you can. So, these strings are just brand new on this guitar. So they still got a little more settling to do. How do you play so fast your hair should catch fire? And read the chat. It's, I guess once the pick goes, then we can forget about that and go back to what the real subject matter is at hand. Yeah, I just put these on yesterday. Usually the rule of thumb is I like to do is to keep the strings out, completely hanging out before you chop them. And then you get it, use the Schwartz. And Thrash, dude, I gotta thank you, man. He on Metalhead Hippie's live feed, and also thanks to Metalhead Hippie. That was really cool that Thrash helped get that video featured of the Cliff Burton solo, man. I really appreciate that. That was really cool, man. Great plug. And these are 9s. Actually, pretty much all. Yeah, I've never bought a set of 10s ever, but I've gone lighter before. But no, 9s are generally the best. I know you use 10s, right, Ed? So yeah, I got a couple subjects I'm going to be looking at. Craig uses 10s too. Okay, but Ed, you use 10s, right? So Craig and Ed. Thrash, what do you use? What strings do you guys use? What gauges? I'd like to kind of sort of take a little kind of a semi-little poll here. 9.5s. That's kind of an interesting one. Yeah, and you get some good tone on there. Those 10s are probably awesome for the rhythms, especially because your pick can really kind of dig in. Old Man Dan's using 10s on the Les Paul and 9s and Strat and 9s on the Eddie Van Halen and Charvel. That's cool. 9s on Fenders, 10s for more of the E-flat tuning. Yeah, that makes sense too, because yeah, otherwise it'll just get flubby on the E-flat tuning. Electric Gypsy's using 9 Ernies. Jimmy Biter uses 9 through 46. Okay, so a little bit heavier on the E. 10 through 52, 11 through 52. Oh my God, my fingertips just went sore when I read that. 11s. Much props to you, man, if you play on those. Thrash Metal Fun Riffs, 10s and .24s. Cyber Evil uses 10s. Rocker Pat was on 9s, kept breaking them, so you switched to 11s. Wow, you just skipped a gauge entirely and jumped right on to 11s. Dwight Bailey, 11 through 49. Wow, so you guys are really kind of heavy string dudes. Oh, I see. Yeah, the bass is a totally different thing. Craig Flowers used 9s for 20 years, just switched to 10s last year. Well, that's cool. Dean Markley, Blue Steels, man. 10s, those gotta sound sick, man. Blue Steels are great. I used to get them. They just wore my frets down too much, so. And Ed Dana used 11s for a while. The fingertips got rock hard. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's like subjecting them to flame, you know? Empirism says 52, 10 usually. And Cyber Evil does them on all of his. That's cool. Ernie Ballsacks.
Come to Guitar Center and get your Ernie Ballsacks today. 2 for $1. Welcome to the shit show.
They didn't have any 10s, but might switch back to 9s or try 10s next. That's cool. Tried 11s. Yeah, bending them would be a nightmare. I guess if you're going into the lower tunings, though. See, that's an interesting breakdown, Craig. I never thought about that. He doesn't usually, yeah. He always sounds like he does, though, when he's up on the high E string. Use Wilkinson strings. Never heard of that brand.
3 sacks for $9.99. Ed uses them on his scrotum caster. Come to Guitar Center and get your scrotum casted today. 2 for 1.
All right. Anyways. But some things I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. First question is, Thrash, was this correct what I heard? That you had neck surgery recently, and you said it was from too much headbanging? Is this correct? I'm interviewing those on the chat. See, so there I go. I was about to start a big, huge YouTube internet rumor, but I'm allowing Thrash to be here to make sure to set us straight on that. I thought, wow, how in the hell? That was something we were talking about, some of those. Okay. Well, somehow I came in and I guess I overheard on the chat. I don't know, but see? There we go. We just squashed that rumor right now. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Thrash metal and fun riffs did not have an operation on his neck. So, yes, rumors are the evil on the interwebs. There's nothing I hate more than a hoax. I hate hoaxes. You don't know how much I hate hoaxes. Okay, anyways, that was our first subject.
next subject. Now, no, I'm not trying a new format or anything like that. These are just things that were on my mind. Some stuff I would have loved to have asked yesterday, but I just didn't have the chance to because there was so much going on.
One-Eyed Jack FFS is in the house joining the cool kids. And he uses 9s on his 7-string, 10s on his Majesty, and 11s on the Epiphone Les Paul.
One-Eyed Jack, welcome, man. Good seeing you on here. Did everybody catch his entry too? That was killer, man. Yeah, I somehow stumbled upon One-Eyed Jack and started listening to his stuff, and I was like, my God, can this guy play? He's amazing. Okay, Dana. This was a neck operation that you had discussed before, and where you actually showed us the scar from. Am I correct? That's why I got all screwed up. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was Thrash for some reason. Tom, Slayer, Corey, and Slipknot each had neck surgeries. Corey gets a lot of jokes about his large neck. I could see that. Yes, Craig, you checked out his November Rain cover. Wasn't that sick? Electric Gypsy Blues gained 12 subs from yesterday. How friggin' cool is that? See, that's awesome that you guys were able to pick up subs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember you talk about that on your stream. That's some intense stuff. That was from all that heavy reaching up all throughout all those years. Ed, only one sub? Is everybody subbed to Ed Dana? Please tell me you are, because Ed Dana is one of the cornerstones of our guitar community. He's like, I don't know, he's basically like celebrity material out here, and he's got some really got some really cool live streams. I always have to jump on him every time I get an opportunity. I'm really big fan of Ed Dana's. He's got so many cool videos up too. So if you ever run out of stuff to watch, you got that. If you ever run out of stuff to jam to, Ed Dana and his wife Linda, they get together and they jam out backing tracks. And these are like the coolest backing tracks you can imagine. They're all like kind of similar to songs that like you wish you had a backing track to but don't. Well, they give you those backing tracks. They play right there. So Ed and Linda, they're just jealous, Ed. Because they know you're a cornerstone of the guitar community, so. And they just wish they were. That got me thinking about that. Mitch, GMS, you've come a long way with OBS and your videos on here. Can I ask what you're doing for the special effects, which look really cool? Thank you, Mitch. And coming from you, man, that is really awesome, because before I carry on about that, I'm just going to carry on about Mitch for a bit. And I did it yesterday, and I'm going to do it again today. Any quality whatsoever with these videos are... I completely give Mitch credit on, because Mitch, you remember, man, you would get on here. I'd be doing these live streams, and like all you'd see is like that and the hand barely moving and me barely moving and stuff. And my streams were horrendous quality, and Mitch would just continually like give me suggestions how to set this up. He told me to go with OBS. I went with OBS. You suggested the camera, so I went with that C920. Anyways, credit to you, Mitch, for your priceless advice. You've really actually made this happen out here. So then to your question about the videos, is that I'm actually using a filter, and I could actually send you the settings. It's just all it is color correction, and I find that by tweaking some of the colors and the color correction, you can make it look a little more kind of trippy and neat looking. So for that portion of it, like what you see right here, this really isn't the color that it is in here. It's a little bit more. Colors like natural camera color would be a bit more washed out looking, but their plugin that's already included in their filters has that color correction filter in it, and it's pretty neat. And I think I add a little bit of brightness, but also a little bit of contrast, so that this way the contrast and all that stuff work together to make the colors pop a little bit more. Yeah, it's all OBS. Yeah, Empirism knows about those, man. Yeah, and Ed and Linda, cool, you guys are going to do another stream. Take requests, okay, cool, absolutely. I take requests too, so. Except for I don't know Marshall Tucker, so. Wait, yes, I know what you're talking about. Absolutely, One-Eyed Jack. Thanks for getting involved with it, man. That was cool. What that woman she's been doing to me. Can't you see? Oh, sing it along. Sing it, Ed. I can hear Ed singing it right now. And usually, when I'm playing that in the band situation, when it goes to the chorus, I like to either use the tremolo or use the slide. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? That's a good one. Can't you see? Marshall Tucker Band. Can't you pee? What that woman lotion doing to me? Right on. Yeah, One-Eyed Jack, man. You freaking killed it, dude. Mitch says, I used to have a green screen, actually a green bedspread, which worked good, but had to throw it away. Oh, man. You have to wait about an hour. Yeah, that for the floating guitar effect, it was pretty damn funny, actually. I get a pretty funny story about that. Because I had the green screen. So I'm basically sitting here like this, right? This is how I did it. You know, the floating guitar at the intro, I took the Ibanez and I picked it up. And I sat here. Like this, right? And I had the guitar. And I was just doing that bit with it. I was just doing that, you know, holding it up. Can you ever guess what happened next? Absolutely. So I'm just sitting there like this green ghost covered up with floating a guitar around, right? I'm capturing it on OBS with the chroma key. And because what I did was I had the camera take a picture of what was back here. So I had a picture on the other monitor. And so the picture is static so that when you raise this, I could make myself disappear. It's like an invisibility cloak when you have the picture of the room behind you. So it's kind of neat. I was thinking about doing like a headless one where I'm just sitting there with shades on, but I don't know, that might be kind of too freaky. But yeah, the green screen is a whole lot of fun. And actually, Joe Wentz, the Joe Wentz Project TV, he was the one who kind of got me into using the green screen a little bit. He uses that thing so expertly, you know. Oh yeah, green screen stuff. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm sitting there covered up in this green screen with a ghost. And pretty much all through that you're seeing, all that's going on in the background is my wife is just cracking up. I mean, I'm like, yes, I'll be done here in a moment. You know, it was like dinner time or whatever, and I'm just sitting there waving this guitar around. I captured enough of it that I could just stick it in a loop. Oh, green shades, man. You could probably do a lot of cool stuff with that. I know EJ's did a lot of stuff with the green guitar, right? Yeah, you're a master of the green screen, man. Okay. Rocker Pat, you still here? Rocker Pat.
Rocker Pat. Is Rocker Pat still here? We are paging Rocker Pat to the front.
Well, the green screens are actually a filter. So they're in the pile of filters that come up. So yeah. Rocker Pat. Okay, yeah, we were talking about something earlier that was pretty funny, actually. I don't know if you want. I don't know what happened or whatever. If you don't want to reveal it, that's fine. But we're talking about Larry David moments, and I call them Larry David moments because that show Curb Your Enthusiasm, the Larry David effect, is essentially the more people you come in contact with, the more people you're guaranteed to piss off. That's the Larry David effect. It's just a numbers thing. So, Rocker Pat, I guess you were talking about some people were somehow voicing their discontent with you. And I say, yeah, well, you know, you always run into more people. You always run into the same thing. So, same with me. This is the funniest thing. I started Now it could have just been YouTube's typical purgy thing or whatever, but I started with 392 subscribers, and by the time I was done with the stream yesterday, I had 389. I was like, wow, what happened, man? Then I thought of the Larry David effect. And then when you brought up that one thing you went through, I started cracking up because I was like, yes, okay, I could totally relate. So she's probably thinking, no more cookies for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, you should have seen it. And as soon as I kicked off that OBS, once I kicked off that OBS, then that was it. I was running right to the toilet. It was really sad. I almost couldn't even watch playbacks of the stream because all of a sudden I'm watching myself eating those cookies, and I started getting that feeling in my stomach again. Get the troll spray. Uh-oh. Look out. What does that mean? The troll spray. Well, I know what troll spray would be, but... You could do it with blue screen or any color, but green and blue are the best because green especially because it's kind of rare, you know. Bollywood. What? Called out publicly because you didn't watch a Weedy Guitar Studio video. How in the heck? Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty weird, Rocker Pat. So yeah, to Craig's question, yes, this was actually the first scallop I did. I thought it was a red guitar. No, was it? Yeah, no, this was the first scallop. So yeah, this was the very first fretboard scallop I did. I was just going to try it out, and I really liked it. So then I went to the red guitar, and then eventually threw out other guitars as well. I love the scallop fretboard. It's hard to turn back. Number one guitar, I'd still say overall would have to be the Fender Strat. This one, I'll pull it out. It's my second oldest guitar. Got this circa 1995. Oh, dude. That's a good upload request, man. That's a catchy one, man. That's all I know of it. But yeah, the Fender Strat. I missed one video and now I'm a hater. He posted a comment on his community page. You know what? Yeah, community pages. That's right. I only learned about these through Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs. Does everybody have a community page? Do I have one? I don't even know how those community pages work. That seems to be where all the gossip is happening, am I right? So you miss a video, you hater, post a comment. He posted a comment naming me specifically for not watching his last video and got people thinking, well, okay. That's weird, dude. Weird. Yes, Thrash says it too. It's detuned, so Craig never played it before. You have discussion page until 1,000 subs for a community page. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Then that makes sense. So I guess Weedy has 1,000 subscribers. So the moment I start singing it, that's it. They're just going to be like, give the money to Rocker Pat. Rocker Pat claims it. Ah! God. Want to tell you about the world. My, she looks so fine. She She's the only one that I've been dreaming of, baby. Someday she will be all mine. That's a great song. What if we did it in metal version? Hey, what can I do? I got a woman, she won't be true. Hey, whoa, here I say, I got a woman, gonna ball all day. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Yeah. A boogie too. A boogie too. That's cool. Yeah, you got the interface. Once you got the interface, you're cool. That's right. We're going to be covering some gear today. We're going to cover the signal chain today. Yeah, we could probably do some kind of like heavied up version of it. Led Zeppelin is allowing songs to be covered now. Used to be they would just yank the video. I think it's the same way with AC/DC. But Ed Dana says, Rocker Pat, what the fuck's that all about? We can't possibly watch all videos. Thank you. Thank you very much. Man, it's getting harder and harder to do. I'm making more friends out there. And in doing so, it's getting harder and harder to keep up these days. That's why anybody puts a comment on mine, man, I'm like, thank you so friggin' much, man. I'm like shocked, because I know how busy it is out there. It's not weird. It's uncool. I'm not required to watch anyone's videos and not obligated to leave a comment. Yes, thank you. You're right, man. You're totally right. Someone called me out for not watching a video, being instant unsub. Yeah. Wow. Okay. YouTube things that get to you. Interesting perspectives. So Empirism's like, hey, man, don't even let it bug you. That's cool. That makes sense. Rocker Pat, they must really value your opinion still, though. This is true. Obviously, put it up expecting you to weigh in. Water time. Yeah, somebody does understand the stuff very wrong. Yeah. Yeah, well, you guys are cool. More than subbers. Thought you were going to play Spy Hunter theme more there for a moment. Oh. Was that? Oh. Which one was it? Is that Spy Hunter theme?
James Fontana has come to join the cool kids. Welcome, James. Great to see you, my friend.
James Fontana ripped it up yesterday. Yeah, like Tupac and Suge Knight, Suge Knight. Empirism, and I'm a fan of Empirism too. Because I know that there's one thing I always say about Empirism.
Empirism takes no prisoners.
He had me crack it up on the last one. And then on this one, he went in full-on tasty mode, man. Always good to see what you do, dude. Guys like Pink Floyd just uploaded a cover of the last solo with my little spin on it. Very cool. Liking the sound of that guitar, James. It sounds pretty awesome, dude. And some of your phrases were very nice, too. What artists do you hate and why? Who would you say is like your least favorite artist in the entire world and why? I will tell you right now, mine, Jennifer Lopez. I can't stand her. It's not even so much of the music that she does, but just the way she is with people. I guess I've read so many horror stories about her that have come up where they talk about how she refuses to talk to anybody who's in like the service industry whatsoever. Only her representative. She keeps a representative with her, and then she'll place an order with the representative. The representative has to give it to them. She refuses to directly address anybody, and any employees who are like low-level employees are not allowed to look at her when she walks through. They have to look down at the ground. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. So, yeah. So, who do we got? Let's see. We got... Rocker Pat hates the Beatles. Oh, okay. Right on. Ed Dana, Gene Simmons, because he sucks. Right on. Electric Gypsy hates Steven Tyler. Interesting. Rocker Pat also hates U2 for the same reason. Bono. All I ever think of is that South Park episode where Randy, takes the world's biggest shit, right? Or so he thinks. But then Bono was out there, and Bono's like, I could take a bigger shit. And he, so they had this, whole thing. Yeah, so that's all I think of when I think of U2. Nick DiVirgilio. I'm not even sure who that is. Who is Nick DiVirgilio? Yeah, he's a bozo. I felt the same way about David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth is something else. Take a classic one. Justin Bieber. Empirism. I don't think Empirism knows about Justin Bieber. I think we're going to have to let him in on it. Because Empirism, I do believe this is your first time on my live stream. Yes, Empirism. You, sir, are about to be introduced. You're going to be a member of the club. I hope you're ready. Justin Bieber is actually our savior. You must renounce. Turn your life over to the care and guidance and protection of the one and only Justin Bieber. Why, do you ask? Why? Why should we give him so much power? Because if you take this tape, even just a small piece of it, and you put it on any piece of your gear, you could leave that piece of gear even out in the middle of the street. It will not get stolen. I guarantee you. So yes, here we worship Justin Bieber because Justin Bieber protects our gear. You leave your gear in the middle of a bar, and it's awesome. You don't have to worry about it. You just stick a little Justin Bieber tape on it, and you are so covered, man. So, yes, this makes its way onto all the amps and cords and everything else that I will drag out there. There will either be this one. Now, another good one is the One Direction tape. See that? One Direction is a thing. I don't like any band that tells me I have to like, plus the way over them on my radio station. So, anyways, yes, I kind of missed some of the stuff here. We were scrolling a bit, so give me a second. Scrolling. Speaking of tape, we were scrolling. So, One Direction. We also worship My Little Unicorn. My Little Unicorn will definitely keep your gear from getting stolen. So you just put that on your cords and your amps, and you are just completely covered. Oh my God, J-Lo tape. I'm sorry, I have to draw the line there, Ed. I cannot. No. No J-Lo tape. No. Oh, One-Eyed Jack says Kanye West. I do not get him. He definitely seems full of himself. And people throw the word genius around a little too much in this case. Right? Yeah, and I agree with you, One-Eyed Jack. That's crazy, man. The subject cannot end well. I have Obama toilet paper. Oh, boy, here we go. Now, that's the one thing we're not allowed to get political here. That's the only rule I have on my live streams. We are not allowed to get political, but we can get My Little Pony. So, My Little Pony is welcome. Politics not. The reason for that. Politics turns everybody into enemies, so I'm not going to allow that.
I draw the line on politics. No politics.
Beaver's famous because he sucked off on shrimp. Yeah, lived near the Dollar General. Yeah, exactly right. Craig Flowers, guess would say, nobody hate me for it. I don't like Paul McCartney. That's fine, man. Like I said, I mean, that's why we have our, and that's what defines everybody, too. It's not just by who you listen to and who you like, but also who you don't like and who you don't listen to. So, yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, that's, like I said, that's what defines our styles. Yeah, politics and religion, both. Old Man Dan is absolutely right. I stay away from all that crap. The shit divides us too much. No matter what discipline you are, what side you're on, everybody just starts hating one another, and it's like, no, it's not worth it. We're all buds here, and that's the way we're staying, so. Joe Walsh is the only Eagle I really like. You know what? I agree with you to a point, though. I do like a lot of what Don Henley has kicked out. He's done some good stuff. Got so sick of the Eagles, I almost started to dislike Joe Walsh. Man, the Beatle hate is weirding me out. But to each his own. Maybe it's just disliked, but I find it odd. Don!
Don is in the house. Don, you killed it on the blues competition, my friend. That was awesome.
But oh yeah, people, yeah. No, that's okay. And Don, what I was saying before, I don't know when you jumped on exactly, but basically it's one of those type things where, we're all defined not only by who we like, but also who we don't like. I don't like Jennifer Lopez. Some people don't like the Beatles. Some people don't like Paul. Some people don't like Digent and modern metal. Yep. Oh, crap. I want to tell you all about my new church. I'm thinking of starting. Yeah, I'll make an exception for that. Thrash, this is a metal church. Joe Wentz Project TV.
The Joe Wentz Project TV is in the house. He has come as one of the cool kids.
I was just on Joe Wentz's feed or stream not too long ago, so that was a lot of fun, man. And now you're on my stream. How cool is that? See? We all join each other's streams. That's just how it works. I would go to the Church of Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs. Donate to the pot. I'm here to bring the real music back. Who's with me? Well, James. So am I, man. Well, yeah. Oh, my troll's late. But did they come? I can't see. So did my troll act do the great deed of each week that I look forward to? Prog cover songs. Yep. Mitch struck out again, trying to find a place near the beach. Oh, you got something cooking. Well, that's good. Well, thanks for the ups, guys, but I'm still waiting for my down. I'll be a little lonely without it. Not that you guys need to replace my downer. Please don't. But, no, only my downer can put the down. They're authorized to, so I feel a little lonely. That means that they didn't come around here, and then I'll be kind of...
I'll be a really sad panda. That would make me a very sad panda if my thumbs downer didn't come here and visit. Thumbs downer, where are you? Come join us. You're kind of one of the anti-cool kids. We can't have our cool kids without the anti-cool kids too. You know what I'm saying? I'll play a little jazz for you. Oh, we have a new debate.
New debate, and I'm also going to put this up here. Now, I've joined in this already, as did Craig Flowers. So Craig and I, we have a big debate going on right now. When the levee breaks, echo or no echo on the drums? A secret second drum track with all the fills, rolls, and crashes. That is a plausible theory. That is for sure. Well, you convinced me that you could play the hell out of the drums on it. That's for sure. Nobody's checked out that track. Craig Flowers hops on there and pulls a full-on Bonham, which is awesome. Old Man Dan likes Michael Bublé. That's cool. I'm keeping up with you guys here. So yeah, Craig, there's an echo in that in the intro, but not the rest of it. Anyways, I'll get to that. Don, don't feel bad. We have one offer on the house since it went on sale. We're dropping the price the fourth time. Life savings is taking a big hit. Oh, man. Well, I wish you the best, dude. Without a doubt. It's never easy doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, Jackson Pollock is definitely worth that. No doubt. And all he did was just take paint and splash it on there, but he splashed it his own way. Ed, try life without thumbs. Rocker Pat, no more masturbating. Yep. Pollock discovered fractals before anyone knew what they were. That's cool. Don, Jimmy, nice job with the stream yesterday. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It absolutely was. And if you catch the top of the stream, I was able to get Empirism's entry in. Yeah, they did it. They put a lo-fi microphone. Now this is where Craig Flowers and I we're debating right now. It's a friendly debate though. It's a good one. I like debates like this because I love audio stuff. So, but anyways, if you take the drum intro to When the Levee Breaks, the doo-doo cat. Put it in the headphones and take a real good listen. You're going to hear that the snare and the kick drum are kind of covering the stereo spread, but you're going to hear that little slight echo in the middle there, which comes at the eighth notes. Am I right? That's the eighth note increment. Dudn't, godn't, dudn't, dudn't, godn't. Right? So you'll hear that little lo-fi echo. There's not many lows in it, not many highs in it. So it's almost bandpass filtered right there. That's what I'm hearing I had to go back after watching Craig Flowers' video. So, yeah. So some of this, who said they can't retire till the 97? The scroll went too fast. That's with the stock market tanking. Yeah. Don't sell. Most downturns reverse within 3 months. Yeah, and also, too, you could actually watch the trends. You could watch the housing trends. You'll usually see a turnaround every supposedly 8 years or so. And you could watch the roll from California. Whatever happens in California will work its way over. Supposedly. Only when the levee breaks, isolated drum track only. Really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, 8 notes. Just in that part. Then it goes away. So I think, Craig, your theory on them using another drum track or maybe a drum overdub of sort, or not an overdub, but punch in, may be right on the mark. Housing bubble. Yeah.
Andy Dion, what is happening, man?
Then we got to Andy Dion's entry, which was a futuristic take on old school Mississippi Delta blues. Really sick, man. That was cool. I need a tuner. Oh, God, Andy. I already told them the story. I'll save you the playback. Right after it was done, I look up. I was able to take a look at a couple of the comments there, say hi real quick. Shut down the stream and just went and just ralphed. Tossed my cookies and the Indian food. Do not eat Indian food before having cookies. That's for damn sure. It's a really scary situation. I could barely even watch the playback because the moment I did, I started seeing myself eating the cookies and I started getting that feeling again. Oh, man. There's Thrash going, he should have a cookie every single time for every entry. Yeah, right. Ow! It was no, from India. It was Indian food from India. Yeah, give me a second. I got to get a tuner. I always change the guitars, then I go to a different tuner. Oh, yeah. You know how it is. It doesn't matter what happens. Somebody sneezes, people become freaked out, and then all the indexes change because of that. It's like the butterfly effect, only on a larger scale. Oh, God. There'd be none of me left around, Ed. So, yeah, I'm playing the old Strat. I got this back in the 90s. And I guess maybe I'll just do another jam. And then I really do need to go over gear, too, sometime within this. Well, we got a lot of time. I like to hang out with you guys for a long time. Got to hear Joe's thing, though, man. Joe, you're pulling some serious tones there. What were you getting on? What were you running through on your stream to get that kind of sound, man? That was awesome. Artist I can't stand, Gloria Estefan. Elizabeth's gonna get you. Hey, Funk Master, you need to listen to Mahavishnu Orchestra. Can't stand your funk on the Visions of the Emerald Beyond album. You'll dig it. The whole album is fantastic. Don, I'll bet you anything. That's gonna be awesome for me. And was Jonas Hellborg playing bass on that one? Was that 80s era Mahavishnu Orchestra? Because I've been listening to a lot of Jonas, Sean Lane, and Jeff Sipe recently. The 90s were when men were men. That's the Zoom G1X4. That is awesome. Well, you can hear a Zoom in action when I do this.
Yeah, that's my Zoom. That's my Zoom MS100BT.
So it's probably got kind of similar. It's got a great acoustic simulator in it. So I'm not. If yours is using the same engine, you'll know what I'm talking about. It really sounds like an acoustic guitar. G.R. Old LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. And you know when you had that, girls were girls and men were men. I know that one. We must have eaten some shrooms back in the day. Man buns, don't. Oh, 70s. Okay, so 70s, that would have been, yeah. Miles Beyond is my favorite song by them so far, but I'll have to check out the one you recommended. You know your Mahavishnu, so I may get some haters in here, but I hate hip-hop rap. Hey, no, you won't get haters. I've had a few people, actually. The Jefferson song, let's see. The Jefferson song, how'd they go? And we're moving on to the sky, to Felix's apartment in the sky, moving on up to the sky. We finally got a piece of the pie. Bean don't burn in the kitchen, bean don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of hand just to get up the hill. Now we with the big lead, took my burn it back. Long as he living with me, baby, ain't nothing wrong with that. Moving on up to the sky. T-Lux apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the sky. We finally got a piece of the pie. Okay, all right. Hang on. I see more. Let's see. Oh. Something like that. Green Acres is a place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Bump it up. New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I just adore the penthouse view. Down, I love you. Give me a Park Avenue. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. The Ballad of Jed Clampett. Oh my God. I listened to a story about a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer. Billy kept his family fed, and then one day he was shooting at some food, and up from the ground come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. So the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be, so they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. I'm not qualified to give legal advice either. Anybody wants legal advice, go ahead and ask me. It's just only at your own peril. It's 1:26 where you're at. 1:26 a.m. Wow, Empirism is living in the rock star hours. Addams Family is a fun theme song. That'd be cool. I'll have to check that out for sure. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Wife home. You staying, though? Because you want to see the rig rundown. Okay, no problem. I will get right to the rig rundown so that you can enjoy time with Red. But give me a moment here, because I got one more I got to do. Since we're on the topic. Problem is, I only have 2 hands, not 4. But, still, I'll have to do it. Down. Down, 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 bum, 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 down, 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 down. Anybody know that song? Barney Miller. Should be louder though. Not sure why my bass is so quiet. But I have the track turned up for it. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a rig rundown. Does everybody have their passes? Do you all have your passes that allow you to go on field trips? I'll do a quick check there. How's the Flintstone song go again? I totally forgot. Drawing a blank. Learn 2-hand tapping, and you could do the Peanuts theme. Oh, yes. Like Stu Ham, right? You forged your pass, okay. Everybody else has their passes too. Meet Fred Flintstone. No, I'm thinking of the Jetsons. Jane, his wife. I'm not even going to try it. Man, you have to let us know ahead of time. That's all right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sneak you guys on anyways. We're ready to go ahead and take a tour of the entire rig. Craig Flowers put this up, posted this, and said, hey, man, you know, meet the Jetsons. They're a future cartoon family. Now you totally got me all screwed up. Ah, yes, they're the modern Stone family. Yeah. Funny, I know the other songs more. Like, give me a break, I sure deserve it. Time to get it from the start. Give me a break. Okay, anyways. Yes, okay, so hold those thoughts for the theme songs. Let's go ahead and take a little rig rundown, shall we? Now, normally I would actually... Oh, I think I know how to do this. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now I think you guys could hear me fairly clear through the other microphones. I just got to remember to switch back to the other one once we do the normal thing. The rig rundown. Oh yes. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I think of. Somebody's already come up with it though. That's the sad part. I'm like, hey, I have a cool idea. Somebody's doing it already. I don't know. We're just like, what can I say? Anyways, okay. So here we go. The rig rundown. Pardon the chord mess. Now I'm starting off, I'm running the guitar and or bass into my Line 6 Pod X3 Live pedal. I'm using a John Petrucci lead sound, which sounds pretty cool. I want more gain, I step on the stomp. Mod should not be on right now. I'm probably kind of overdriving a little bit there. It kicks out some serious lows, but it sounds pretty good. Now the way I'm doing this particular setup right now is I'm actually going into this machine, and then this is actually going into the loop pedal. So for instance, if I got a little funk groove set up, let's say I went to a freeform. This is the freeform preset right here. I could just grab any old thing and set up a loop. Be like, hey, now I'm looping. Hey, now I'm looping. Hey, now I'm looping. Hey, now I'm looping. No, you're not. 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 Hey, now I'm looping. Hey, now I'm looping. No, you're not. Hey, now I'm looping. So that's basically that. You got 3 separate loops there, and you could overdub infinitely on each one of them. And it's kind of nice. You can turn them on and off. This here's my homemade thing. I use snooze cans. See, I use snooze tobacco when I do these live streams. So I don't sit around and smoke in front of you guys, because then people will be like, he's a smoker. So, yeah, so those are snooze cans. And then this here is what makes the voice deep, which actually right now I can't really show you because I'm using these microphones on here to be able to broadcast to you guys the audio. So anyways, the chain is going from here into there from this guitar pedal. Then from the microphone, the dynamic mic that you see, this is the ND767A that I talked to you guys on. That one is a bit more directional. So it's a highly directional microphone. Unlike these other ones that I'm using, these here cover me sitting way back here, and you can still hear me talking. But obviously that could get awfully messy. So I use this instead, which keeps the sound pretty clean, and then I could talk to you guys. And then at that point, now, so the microphone's going into here, which makes the deep voice, must have the deep voice, which will then also go in there. So this is acting as a mixer. Got my levels all set and everything like that. These will go out into the loop pedal. So if I decide I wanted to loop other things, other instruments or whatever, I could do that. From the loop pedal, we're routing over here. There's a llama. We're routing over here to the audio box USB. And then this is USB right into the laptop there. And that's going right, you can see my levels in OBS. In a moment, you should see them being able to kick. Duck, check, 1, 2, hey, there it is. Yeah, you can see the VU meters popping. So that takes that as an audio interface. And then at that point, what you can do is you can stream. So then this way I don't have to use the audio from the camera itself. Okay, so let's see here. Empirism! It was good having you, buddy. Thanks for joining us on this live stream. I mean, it's a crazy time out there, so I appreciate you staying up and catching your coverage there on the entry. Hope we did you some justice. Hope you get some new subs. That's also the goal too. Now we're back to this one. So generally, that's what's going on. That's the entire chain from start to finish. Without these setups, it can still be done, especially with that USB interface, because you could run that in mono or stereo. Right now, I'm running it in mono. But yeah, let's see. Guitarologist makes foot switch out of the rubber wedge door stoppers you buy for $1. Yeah, and I used to make I actually used to make switches like period, because with this Boss looper, it requires a normally closed switch. So the switch has to be like this, and then you actually have to interrupt the connection in order to activate it. So what I do is I'd take clothespins and put them on a board, and I just have aluminum foil on each side of the clothespin, and it would sit there closed. And you had the wires going through on either side. And once you stepped on the clothespin, because the clothespin was wedged up like this, it would open and interrupt that connection for just a moment, and that would trigger whatever I needed triggered in the looper. But I thought that looked kind of goofy at the time. Plus, oftentimes the aluminum foil wasn't quite as conductive as you would hope it would be, so sometimes it wouldn't trigger right. So eventually I went to Radio Shack and got some switches, and I put them into snooze cans. Let's see. Signal chain is much simpler. Yeah. That big pedal must do everything. Oh, you talk about the Pod X3 Live? Yeah. Oh, yeah, but I mean, Andy Dion just mentioned a Boss ME50. I believe that's a smaller pedal. And again, there's so many of them that do like everything. You could even get a Behringer. You get a Behringer for like $50 that does everything. They're all pretty similar in quality, I find. I mean, I think maybe the Behringer breaks a little easier because it's plastic stuff, but I don't know. I just fix my stuff all the time, so I don't really care. Oh, yeah, aluminum's a conductor, no doubt. And I actually got a hold of some aluminum tape, which helps too. The flatter it is, the better. Take the aluminum foil, make a protective hat. Yes. Had the whole room covered in it before long. Electric Gypsy has a Tascam Digital 8 tracker. That's cool. And you can mix with that thing too, which is nice. Let's see. Watch your extension ladders and overhead wires. Zap. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it's nerd land over here, man. I used to hide my inner nerd. Then I decided to just go ahead and let it be. We're all guitar nerds now anyway, so. Dielectric, maybe. If it's non-magnetic. Don't know. Oh, yeah. You could use tinfoil is a decent enough conductor. It's not a great conductor, but it's pretty good. Fiberglass ladders. Yeah, climb those without gloves on. Woohoo! Fun, fun, fun. Uh-oh. Them's fighting words, Thrash. So yeah, so that is the setup though. So that wasn't a huge coverage of it, but I think that there was probably some other questions too. How'd you get the drum sounds? Like for instance, something like that. I can't remember who it was. Who was it that said they hated Steven Tyler? Who chose Steven Tyler to be the bane of their existence? I demolished a house that still had aluminum wiring. It was Ed. Okay. So, yeah, well, that drummer there would be Steven Tyler's drummer. That's Joey Kramer. So, those are Joey Kramer samples. And I just chopped them up and set them in a way where if I were able to loop them in the computer, then I went ahead and saved those and feed them into the looper. Give them a name of where you want it in the patch, and then from there you could just build on it, and you could do all kinds of goodies. So you could do weird stuff. You could do all kinds of stuff. Bias effects is pretty good from what I've seen. I don't really use that stuff though for processing the guitar. I generally prefer to use an outboard processor of sorts because a computer. I mean, if you're on a really fast computer, it's great. I'm not on a very fast computer, so it would introduce latency. And too much latency just drives me out of my mind. Anything basically over like maybe 7 to 8 milliseconds is just too much latency for me. And usually with those, you'll start pulling in about 10 milliseconds of latency or more. So I don't really use the plugins that much. You can use them to reamp afterwards, though, which is kind of nice. I've done that a few times. So yeah, anyways. Are we in a weird mood or a straight mood? Are we in a weird mood or a sane mood? Your main heavy wires could still be aluminum. I wonder what is up with that sound. Weird. Let's do weird. Jimmy Biter says weird. Okay. Then I think weird it shall be. For some reason my bass is acting weird. Weird. Not that kind of weird. Okay, now I think now at least we can hear it. Oh yeah. How's it sounding? Am I overdriving? Chorus, yeah. Thought I had a bar. Thank you, man. Diminished funk. Bill has come. Do not give that to Bill. No. Bill has developed too weird of an attitude. I think we should get even weirder now that I'm seeing so much antenna talk. everybody know. All right. That was slightly weird. It does get weirder. If you watch the intro, it does get weirder. I'll talk about that intro a little bit. The music on the intro. Do you guys remember a song called Stick Your Bass in My Face? That starts on that. That actually has a noise reduction on it. Well, anyways, the song on the introduction that has lyrics to it is a very interesting study because of the fact that it was a science experiment. I had an old Android phone, the very first Droid that came out. And it had a little text-to-voice feature on it. So I wrote some really strange lyrics to it. And it just talked like, stick your bass in my face, stick your bass in my face, and all that, right? So I took it and put it into rhythm. And then I played a completely random guitar line that just totally didn't fit any key whatsoever. And that guitar line that you hear is basically what drove the melodies of every single thing else. So that this way, when I played bass, I played a bunch of random bass lines to that, and then I went ahead and I copied the pitches from it. Ed's got a book for a while. It's been a hoot. Awesome. Good seeing you, man. So what do you call it? Yes, the Pixies are awesome. Really wild group. But anyways, so that song, I actually took the melody of the guitar and copied it to the voice. You could do that using the Melodyne plugin, Andy. Speaking of plugins, that would actually take those, put them into melodic blobs, and you could just take those melodic blobs and apply them to some other instrument, and now that instrument will follow it. So that followed the guitar melodic blobs that were on there, and then I also did it to the bass. So if you're ever here early and you happen to catch that intro and you hear Stick My Bass in My Face, you'll see that it... give that pitch vibrato. Pitches love vibrato. Yes, they do. Vibrato. Give that pitch vibrato. Pitches love vibrato. Those are some deep thoughts. So anyways, yeah. See, Ed got me thinking now. And Rocker Pat's laughing too, so it's something I need to get, but I just don't get it. I don't know. Get that pitch vibrato. Pitches love vibrato. Don't vibratos love pitches? That was the other way around. This is Guitar Meets Science after all, so yes, we do tend to do some weird stuff. Including that. But so anyways, yeah, going back to what I was saying was, yeah, you could actually take a melody line and copy it to instruments. And so yeah, that's what happened. Took the melody line, copied it to the voice, and the voice was actually computer generated voice and all that. I did that one probably over 10 years ago. Then the second song that comes on that has a horrendous background guitar and you hear all these keyboards going da, 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 da. I actually did that when I was 18 years old. When I first got my hands on a 4-track recorder. People are like, what the hell are you doing with that, man? That's just crazy. Okay, so now I've done a weird jam. Now I'll do a sane jam. Or a semi-sane jam. Things always get weird. It doesn't really matter. But grab another random drum beat and see what we come up with. Do another improv for you guys of some sort. Okay, this one looks interesting. Let's see what happens. Ah, rock. It's like very priestish, isn't it? It'd be like.
I was completely wasted. Working down. In my town. Ain't nobody there if I live or die. So I might as well begin to put the action in my life. Breaking the law, 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 breaking the law. So much for the golden future. I can't stop. Promise broken. You don't know what it's like. You don't have a clue. If you think you'll find yourself, breaking the law, 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 breaking the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Now I think we can continue it on with a little 80s shred of sorts. Awesome rocker, Pat. That's good to know. We'll still pay you for it, though. Rock and roll. Jimolian scale. Okay, so what Phrygian would you play over this? What key? Good idea, Andy. He really is. Drumzilla. So that's it. Looks like there's a band happening right there. Andy Dion, that's a really good idea, man. I'd love to see that. And Craig, you could put up like challenges and stuff like that. And I know you could improv too, so you could probably come up with a lot of improvised backing tracks as well. That'd be sweet, man. I'd jam on them too. A lot of us would jam on them, and that would get you a really extraordinarily huge audience. So, I did that song, but Motorhead's cover, my old Handycam covers, 3 on the day Fast Eddie died. Wow. Fast Eddie, man. That guy was awesome. You guys could be one of those 2 drummer bands. Yeah. Jamolian freaking Phrygian. Absolutely. Now, the Jamolian scale is essentially... It would work over that progression, I would think. Oops. But then again, it went into patch select mode, so let me hit exit. The Jamolian mode. All it is chromatics. So it's essentially a more or less pentatonic phrasing, but the Jamolian, if we took it in terms of adding equal importance to notes, we'd end up in a lot of trouble. But the actual Phrygian that would go over that would be an E Phrygian. Yeah, the challenges are a blast. So that's the Phrygian, and its associated Dorian would be over here on the D. So if I were to play the Phrygian, I'd play the Phrygian over E, and then we'd end up with this. E Phrygian. And then the D Dorian, same notes, just different order. That's if you want to go straight modal. If you want to add in chromatics, then you get a little more in the Jamolian side of things. Motorhead was cool. I never really got too familiar with them, but I liked what I've heard. You could play an A Dorian, but it would sound too bright over it. Because of that note. When it's going instead of. So if I were to do that progression, but make it more wanting to hint at Dorian instead of Aeolian, because that's actually in the key of Aeolian. I switch over to the handy dandy trusty bass. Go here. Now let's give that a more of a Dorian tonality. So let's I'm going to erase that track. I'm going to play the beat. Now here's the Aeolian sound, if you will. This is originally I agree with you, Craig. That's why I use the Jamolian scale. But that's the Aeolian. But now what if we decided that we wanted to give it more of a flavor of Dorian? In that case, I'd probably do something. That's definitely much more Dorian. I like Dorian because you're actually freer to choose the notes that you can play over it. Try looking up the Jamolian scale. You can only find the Jamolian scale here, though Digit Hollis is a great student of Jamolian music theory. Anyways, here's the Dorian. And then I went into Jamolian land. And then chords out of the door, you know. Blues scale. Then I get a little tired of that groove though, so. It's fun, but I don't know. I find sometimes those rock grooves tend to get a little bit static over time. There's got to be a lot of stops and starts to make a rock song really kind of flow. Funk is one of those type things you could almost kind of loop it and just let it go and do all kinds of stuff over the top of it. But rock is something that calls for more parts. Rush. You don't like Rush? Yeah, Rush is very, very structured. So, like that's about all I know, but I like that for finger exercise. It's probably what he wrote it for originally, was a finger exercise, but now I like doing stuff that's a little slower and more grooving, because then you can play fast over that and it makes the fast sound faster. Does that make sense? Something like that. Something like that is good. But it needs something kind of nasty, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking... maybe good slap bass for now. Funk all the way, man. I agree.
Oh my god, Metal Soda has graced our presence. Metal Soda, everybody. Great seeing you, brother. It's been a long time. That's a good song.
That's a good song. I haven't seen Metal Soda in ages, man. It was Metal Soda introduced me to thrash. You actually got thrash over here. See? Small world, man. We all know each other. One big happy family. Really? Last check, I had 390. I gotta credit my friends with that, man. You guys friggin' hooked me up, dude, and I appreciate it. I'm trying to pay it forward. Focus.
Focus. Focus. Focus. You too, my brother. You deserve 40,000 too.
Focus. Get down. Focus. Focus. Get down. Focus.
That's cool, Soda. You been doing some jams lately, or what? You gotta do that sometimes. This here is a DiMarzio. It's a DiMarzio Hot Rails, I believe. Thank you, Soda. Yeah, I think last since you've been on Metal Soda, I actually worked on the Ibanez a bit too. I'll break that out. I've done some stuff to it. You haven't seen that for a while. Check. There. Something about my microphone connection got a little south there. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, so I did some more work on this. I don't know if you've been around since then, because I haven't seen you in ages. But I went ahead and kicked this over to a single coil, used the pickups from the red guitar, and then I went ahead and put a tap on this one so that we can get single or double on here. Oh, dude, talk all you want, man. That's what we're here for. I'm providing background music for this nice talk that's going on. I don't mind. After all, though, I'm going to go after Rocker Pat for not watching my other video. So that's it, Rocker Pat, man. You didn't see my last video. You didn't comment on it. What should we do with Rocker Pat? Since he didn't watch my last video, I'm really hurt, man. He has no time fighting off the other people who are mad at him for not watching their videos. I know. I'm just busting your chops, Pat. You bust my chops, I gotta bust your chops. That's just how it works. We're all family here. What does family do? They bust each other's chops. Bust Rocker Pat's chops now. I'll bring those drums down a slight bit. Broadcaster reissue, that sounds cool. Took it down when he told me not to grace his channel again because I have disrespected it.
Has disgraced the channel. Rocker Pat. Rocker Pat has disgraced the channel.
People don't know when someone's busy. Out of town, they get 300 notifications and uploads. They don't get caught up. They leave, the butt hurts at home. Leave, the butt hurts at home. Leave, the butt hurts at home. Yeah. No, that does have to hurt. I know how it is. It's gotten, yeah. I think we do have a hit on our hands. Isn't that Fart Shreddy's next hit, I suppose? Coming from Fart Shreddy. Sponsored by J-Rags. Speaking of which, yeah, I get to join those guys again eventually, so. Fart Shreddy. Yep, that's a new band that has been formed. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but... Story of my life. I don't either, because I'm so busy playing guitar in my bedroom. When I'm not doing that, I'm off at work. So, yeah, I know how that could be. Why? Yeah. Why haven't you commented on my 250 back catalog, man? I know, dude. It's just not fair. Rocker Pat, you got some homework to do, man. You didn't get my video from 2012. What's up? I'm in my studio, but... Oh, you mean literally bedroom. Okay. Not a room that was maybe at one time designed to be a bedroom that turned into a different entire room entirely, but an actual bedroom. Gotcha. That I follow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more stuff from Metal Soda, man. You always pull a good tone on your guitar. I always kind of think, I'm like, like, is it like kind of like the tone that Metal Soda's getting? Because you're able to get those like really spot on 80s hard rock tones, which are cool as hell. Well, no one here watched my last video. Damn it. Got catching up to do, Rocker Pat. And I know I've got the bell hit for you too. That's how I found out about your call out for Judas Priest. It showed right up on my thing, and I had a new Priest video ready to go for you. Now if it's if it has anything to do with like stuff that moves or like cars, then I'm horrible at that, so I don't really quite understand it too much. Craig says his wife's so cool she lets keep the studio in the living room and sits patiently through all the guitar pedal drum videos. She's even here right now. Well, hello, Red. That's cool, man. Well, Rocker Pat, I am waiting with bated breath to see that Priest materialize. I know it will when you're ready. I'll be there. Metal Soda, yes, I did. I played over Rockin' Dave's new jam track. That was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool because he was kind of swapping out soloing too, which made it fun. So, I got to kind of feed off of what he was doing, which made it a lot of fun too. Because he does some killer shred. It's kind of like reminds me of one of the old family dogs that we had. It was a black Labrador Retriever, and this dog, there'd be no way you get that dog to swim whatsoever. Absolutely no way. But sure enough, some friends of the folks brought over another black Labrador that looked just like our dog. Our dog was Angus, and they brought over this female black Labrador, and she just went and just jumped right into the pool. Well, would you know it, but that dog was swimming underwater, and Angus just jumped right in like he'd been a professional swimmer, just swimming right along with this dog. That's kind of what it's like when you get together and jam with somebody who plays in a certain fashion, then they kind of pull something out of you. So that's what Rockin' Dave did. He jumped in the pool, so I had to jump in and follow and swim right along with him and do my best. So that was a lot of fun. Ed's wife is very cool. Yeah, she jams with him and everything, so. And then I see stuff about moving things. I always try to keep a little music going for the lurkers, Give them something to listen to. Sometimes the lurkers aren't even near their screen, so it's always nice to give them kind of a little guitar meets science radio station to kick back and chill out to. It's always nice on a Sunday. You know, give a little funk, a little rock, a little just absolutely strange stuff. Unfortunately, I think the strange stuff ran poor Ed Dana out of here. He had enough of that. It happens sometimes, but you know, that's okay. Try to keep it all kind of mixed up. Some strange, some not strange, some rock, some funk. I see lathes and moving things. Much respect to you guys. You know about things that move. I know nothing about that. When I was in school, I always respected the mechanical engineers. I was like, man, they're like, we don't know how you could solder that thing or code that thing. I'm like, dude, you guys are friggin' welding machines. What are you talking about? See, being a master mechanic means that you understand about moving things. Much respect. I'm just a master coder. When I'm not playing guitar, I code things. I make computers do things. That's why I get a kick out of the bots that come and visit. Like, dude, you don't realize I could code you guys. I could probably reverse engineer you too if I wanted to. But when it comes to moving things and cars and stuff like that, nah. I can't handle it. I have no idea. I tried to fix my own cars way back when. What happened with Jason Wade? He's a longtime subscriber of mine, and I'm a longtime subscriber of his. And can anybody tell me what happened with him? I was like, he kind of disappeared. I was wondering the same thing. Really nice dude, that one. Hope all's well with him. I just got my 5-minute warning. So I'm going to have to, like... Syntax error line, yeah, oh god, yeah. They're not so, errors aren't so bad now, but back in the day, woof, it'd be a nightmare. So yeah, I got my 5-minute warning, which means I'm going to be eating dinner in 5 minutes. But meanwhile, if you guys could expand on what happened, that would be awesome. Oh, good, okay, so Jason's out and about, which is great. I'm going to do another jam. I'm going to jam us out. So I'll just do another improvisation of sorts for you guys. Grab some random drum beat and see what happens. How about a nice grinding rock? There you go. Mechanical things, they work all the time. Give it a smack and it's in good shape. All right, gentlemen. It was nice hanging out with you. Ladies, gentlemen. Ladies could be off in the lurking there. So, woohoo! Lurkers, chatters, everybody hanging out. You guys totally rock.
Thank you for joining the Guitar Meets Science Sunday live stream. We got 3 hours of fun, metal soda. Good seeing you again, brother. It's been too long, man. Thrash metal and fun riffs. Always great to see you. Rocker Pat, Craig Flowers, Jimmy Biter. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We do this every week.
So yeah, and everybody check out each other's channels. They're a lot of fun. Jimmy Biter, man, you got some really cool stuff up there. He can get some serious metal tones going on from what I could see. So yeah, I look forward to more from you, man. Thrash, you guys brought out the metal in me today, so that was awesome. Got to see Empirism. Joe popped in for a bit at Dana. It was really nice to see those guys. Dave popped down. So, yeah. I should be on their show again, too, eventually. I'm looking forward to that. But I will catch you guys. Well, probably throughout the week, I'll probably do an upload or two of something. So, in any event, you guys have yourselves an awesome week, and I will catch you around. If not, be here 3 o'clock next week. 3 p.m. Mountain Time. It's 5:50 Mountain Time now, just for time comparison. And if you don't watch a video, it's because I don't like you. So remember that, everybody. If Rocker Pat does not comment on your video, it's because he doesn't like you. So watch out for Rocker Pat. If you piss him off, he'll go ahead and go out of his way to not comment on your video, and then you're in big trouble. So. In any event, Rocker Pat, have a good one. All you guys, it's good seeing you, and I will catch you next week. Woohoo! Rock on! Once I can find the button.